Now, one of the most interesting things here, and talking about films, well, that's another thing that Osian is into. Currently on in the capital is the Osian Film Festival, and it's bringing lots of directors from all over the world to Delhi. We managed to catch up with one such filmmaker from Pakistan.
A group of students on a road trip, an empty petrol tank, a remote forest, and a killer in burqa. These are the ingredients that make up Zibahkhana. Omar Ali Khan's first film, shot in Pakistan and is being screened at the 10th Osian Film Festival, currently on in the city. Zibahkhana is Omar's tribute to the horror flicks of the 70s and 80s, right from Texas Chainsaw Massacre to Friday the 13th. All the cult films he grew up worshipping. But Zibahkhana, a potpourri of comedy and gore, is meant to please rather than horrify.
I designed it as a film that is designed to entertain, primarily. We don't have song and dance, and we don't have comedy sequences, we don't have mother and father and that kind of thing. That it might act as a catalyst for some sort of change as well, and positive or negative way, that remains to be seen. But something a little bit radically to shake the system up a little bit. That was one of the objectives of behind this film. Yeah.
The movie, made by the restaurateur turned director, was shot on HDV with a budget of about 70 lakh rupees only. But this has not affected the popularity of the film. It was the official selection at the Nats Film Festival in Denmark and has won the best film at Rio Fan Film Festival this year. And all this is happening at a time when hardly any independent cinema is coming out of Pakistan.
In Pakistan, films everything is stagnating these days. And I thought that in one way, if this film was to go ahead and actually get made, it would be an example to loads of people who might be considering, shall we do our film or shall we not, to be an example to them that, look, you don't have to have huge amounts of money, all you have to have the will and the desire to do it, and a little bit of money, and it's possible. Definitely the horror-oriented crowds got the jokes, they got the references, and I think, I'm blown away by the positive way in which this film was received, I have to say.
Though he's a die-hard Bollywood fan who reveres Govinda, Omar feels somewhat alienated from the current crop of mainstream Hindi films that he says no longer have the desi flavor.
I find Bollywood seems to reflect a complete sort of NRI reflection. It doesn't. I find there's no desiness in Bollywood films these days, or not that I can see of. I find these synchronized disco dance numbers sort of like horrible Janet Jackson spin-offs from 10 years ago, and frankly it bores me to tears. I'd rather watch films which are about real desi life rather than an imitation of something that's hand-me-down from Hollywood. On the other hand, there's wonderful stuff coming from all sorts of different corners. You got an independent kind of scene happening now, which is producing some fascinating films.
A sign perhaps that it's time for the return of some good old blood and gore, and what better way to get the taste of that with Zibahkhana, now available on DVD.